Jack program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jack Benny Show holds its rehearsals on Saturdays. So we'll take you back to yesterday in Studio B at CBS.
Well, kids, if everybody's here, let's start rehearsing.
Well, Jack, Mary isn't here yet, and neither's our guest star, Van Johnson.
Both late? Gee, that's funny. Dennis, what are you laughing at?
You said it was funny.
Dennis, when I said it was funny, I meant it was hard to believe.
That's right, kid. When Jackson says something's funny, it's hard to believe.
Phil, stop being on my side. Maybe Van Johnson got mixed up about the time. I hope he gets here.
Stop worrying, Dad. What do you need Van Johnson for when you got me? Me, the guy who's got so much charm, Paramount wants me to play opposite myself in a picture.
Yes, Phil, I know the picture. Kiss the scotch off my hand. Look is comparing himself to Van Johnson.
You know, Jack, I don't want to brag, but I've had plenty of people compare me to him.
Don, the Van they were comparing you with...
Need I go further?
The van has furniture sticking out of it. But I can't understand... Oh, Rochester.
Yes, boss?
There's a phone out in the hall. Call Van Johnson's house and see if he's left for the studio.
Yes, sir. Have you got a nickel?
Oh, yes. Here, I'll get it out of my coin purse. Here you are, Rochester. Here's a nickel.
Look at that buffalo goat, the fresh air.
Never mind. Now, here's Van Johnson's number. Go out in the hall and call him.
Yes, sir. The boss must be losing up. Having a great star like Van Johnson and using a payphone the same week. I wonder... Uh-oh, I dropped the nickel. Now, where'd it go? Doggone it, I can't see it anywhere. Well, the boss will get mad, but here goes. Oh, Mr. Benny.
Here it is, Rochester. It rolled back to me. Now go call Van Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Joe's Fish Market.
Joe's Fish Market? I'm sure I dialed the number Mr. Benny gave me.
Hello, Joe's Fish Market.
Is there a Van Johnson there?
In just a second, I'll find out. Hey, Clara, have we got a Van Johnson here?
Not unless he came in with that load this morning.
I'm sorry, mister, we ain't got no Van Johnson. Could you use a halibut?
Not unless he can read lines.
What?
Goodbye. Say, boss, the number you gave me isn't right.
It isn't? Well, okay. Never been late before.
Am I driving too fast for you, Van?
No, Mary, you're doing fine. Gee, Mary, it was nice of you to pick me up, and it's really a beautiful drive from Beverly Hills to the studio.
Well, I knew you'd enjoy the ride, so I took a little roundabout way.
I'm glad you did. I've never seen San Diego before.
Well, it won't be long now. We're back in Los Angeles.
Say, Mary, I thought you were in a hurry to get to the studio. Why do you keep driving around the same block?
Well, that building there is the May Company. I want the girls to see me.
You better stop, Mary. The light just turned red.
Okay.
You know, when you came by my house...
Pardon me, mister, but I can't get a cab. Would you give me a lift as far as... No. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, Sterling Holloway!
what a soul. If she'd have gotten in here, I'd have punched her right in the nose. Say, Van, how do you happen to be a guest on Jack's program?
Well, he made such an attractive offer, I couldn't turn it down.
Jack made you an attractive offer?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
He said if I gave a good performance, he'd show me how to make nickels roll back to me.
But no kidding, Van. How much is he paying you to be his guest?
Well, as a matter of fact, I forgot to discuss money when I had lunch with him yesterday.
Lunch? Did you pick up the check?
No, he did.
You've been paid. Well, gee, I better drive faster. We'll be late for rehearsal.
Gosh, I can't understand what's keeping Mary and Van.
Oh, Jack, I've just been looking through this Radio Mirror magazine, and there's something in here very nice about you.
About me? Gee, that's swell, Don. What does it say?
It says, genial Don Wilson, who is loved by millions of people, was again selected as radio's #1 announcer.
Don, why'd you say that was about me?
If I hadn't, you wouldn't have listened to it.
What do you mean I wouldn't have listened to it? If I'm that kind of a guy, would I be going all the way to San Francisco to appear on the Newspaper Men's Frolics on next Saturday, March 26th, in the Civic Auditorium at 8 o'clock? If they don't pay my railroad fare after that, let them get Morty Amsterdam. Say, Phil, while we're waiting, why don't you run through your band number, and then we can...
Hello, Jack. We're here.
Well, hello, Mary. Hiya, Van.
Hello, Jack.
Yeah, I'm glad you finally got here. We just started to rehearse. Now, Van, I'd like you to meet our little group of thespians. This is Don Wilson.
Pleased to meet you, Don.
I'm certainly glad to meet you, Van.
Say, Jack, are those his chins, or is he chewing on a Venetian blind?
Those are his chins. And Van, this is my orchestra leader, Phil Harris.
Hello, Phil. Hiya, Bub. What do you hear from the Hannah Rents Company?
Phil.
So you're Van Johnson, huh? Uh-huh. Tell me something, John. What makes all them dames so crazy about you? Oh, I don't know. I guess it's just sort of a psychological phenomena.
I'm dead. Phil, please. And Van, this is my vocalist, Dennis Day.
I'm glad to know you, Dennis.
Should I swoon, Mr. Benny?
No, Dennis, that's for girls. Just say hello.
Hello.
And now, Van, I want to tell you about...
Say, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Dennis.
My mother thinks you're wonderful in pictures.
Well, thank you.
Every time you smile, she breaks out in big red blotches.
Dennis.
When she saw you in Command Decision, she came home and burned her wedding dress.
That's enough, Dennis. And now, Van,
My father got so mad he threw her teeth in the Bendix.
Dennis.
Before we could stop the machine, she ate up her nightgown.
Boy, sit down. Now, Van, before we start rehearsing, would you mind stepping into my dressing room a minute? I want to discuss our financial arrangements.
Okay, Jack.
Phil, while Van and I are gone, run through your number. Come on, Van. Well, Van, here we are in my dressing room.
Shall I sit down?
No. This will only take a second. Now, Van, when you make a guest appearance, how much do you usually get?
$5,000.
Sit down, Van. Van, I think $500 is a little too much.
I said 5,000.
That we're not going to discuss at all. But to show you I'm willing to compromise, what would you say to $350?
I'm sorry, Jack, but my price is 5,000.
$5,000? Who do you think you are, Sterling Holloway? Van, let me ask you something. Why in the world do you want $5,000?
Well, Jack, I got to think of the future.
The future?
Yeah, when I'm 60 years old, I don't want to have to tell people I'm 39 so I can keep a job. Look,
let's not drag Al Jolson into this. Now, Van, for the last time, what is your rock bottom price?
$5,000.
Well, we'll just have to call it off, I guess. But I can understand your position, Van. After all, you are a big star, and all the girls are crazy about you. And...
You know, that's a mistaken idea, Jack. Everybody thinks that the girls are just nuts about me, and it isn't true at all.
It isn't?
No. Confidentially, Jack, most of the glamour girls in Hollywood won't even spit at me.
That's funny. They do at me. I mean, they seem to think I'm hot stuff.
Well, anyway, Jack,
What?
it's just as I told you. My being a lady killer is a fallacy. Girls don't go for me at all.
Well, on second thought, I can understand that, Van. You see, freckles are all right for a Huckleberry Finn, but you see, you've got too many.
Too many freckles?
Yes. Now, take my complexion. It's perfectly clear. And look at your eyes. I don't know, they have no expression.
They haven't.
No. Now, if you'll notice, my eyes sparkle.
Yes, they do.
And look at your hair.
My hair?
Yes. Now, take mine.
Thanks.
Put that back! Not so far over to one side. But that isn't all, Van. Girls go for me because I'm the outdoor type.
You, the outdoor type?
Yeah, I go hunting and fishing, and as a matter of fact, I just came back from a fishing trip on Lake Mead. I had a wonderful time. I don't know, there's nothing like the rugged life, you know?
Oh, did you camp out in the open?
No, I stayed in Las Vegas at the Flamingo Hotel.
At the Flamingo, eh? Say, that's really a classy place.
You're not kidding. Yeah, I was only there a week, you know, and $10 went like that. I didn't gamble much, you know, but I enjoyed it, you know.
Well, I can't understand it, Jack. I spent 3 days at the Flamingo, and it cost me over $100.
Well, you don't play a violin. See, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can pick up around the pool when people are having drinks, you know. But, Van, getting back to your trouble with girls, maybe you've got the wrong approach. Maybe your technique isn't right. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you. I've got a date tonight with a girlfriend. I'm going to take her to Ciro's. I'll call her up right now and tell her to bring a girlfriend for you. And then just watch the way I operate.
Well, Jack, I don't know. Are the girls pretty?
Van, leave it to me. I know how to pick them, and you'll have a great time. I'll tell the girls to meet us in front of Ciro's at 8 o'clock.
Say, Gertrude. What is it, Mabel? Are you sure he's bringing Van Johnson for me? Yeah, and you can have him. As far as I'm concerned, I just as soon go out with men like Jack Benny. Why? Well, when a man like Benny tries to kiss you and you tell him to stop and he stops, you don't feel so disappointed. Ain't it the truth? Imagine them keeping us waiting here in front of Ciro's. I wish they'd get here already. I can't wait to see Van Johnson. Johnson, Schmonson, I'm hungry. Oh, now, Gertrude, you shouldn't talk that way. Hi, Mabel. Mabel, here they come now. Right out of that parking lot.
Van, you shouldn't have paid for the parking.
Well, I thought someone should. We've been sitting in the lot since 4 o'clock.
Oh, yes.